Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a look here at MYRO. Getting a lot of requests for this guy, so we're going to double check a couple key factors here. I just to kind of throw it out there, we are still establishing lower highs and potential lower lows. We still have yet to see if this next lower low is in place here, but generally speaking, we are also kind of establishing higher lows on smaller time frames. So we'll discuss what that means in the big picture and how that factors in. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. I hope you can learn something today. Thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor, help grow the channel, like, comment below, and or subscribe if you'd like, and I really appreciate the feedback too. If you want to comment, I'd love to hear from you. Future reference, I do have a trading academy, community, and signals group. Check that out, link down below. We got a lot of new members. Please make sure you read through my signals guide so you understand the difference between my day trades and my swing trades that I share with my community. Okay? So link down below for that if you're curious. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. We do actually have a lot of community members over here from watching these MYRO videos, so welcome to you as well. So, future reference, daily time frame, what do we look for here? Typically, we want to look to be above the 20-day SMA, and we're not. That's this green guy here. It's soon to be running concurrent with this descending trend. It's a very common occurrence. So I think we're going to have some potential entries here soon. But for right now, we kind of zoom out and look at the bigger picture here with the most recent time frame. This is going to show us our point of control. Okay, now point of control is basically just the largest amount of volume in the most X amount of days, right? So in this example, it's ever since March 1st, roughly, we've seen the most amount of volume accumulated at 25.4. So 25.4 is a strong resistance level for us because that's how volume works. But generally speaking, that's a highly sought after price point. Okay. So having said that, we can presume that once we get above that point of control, we'll be in a much better shape and the price action should continue essentially higher from there. Okay. Not a guarantee, of course. A lot of other factors need to be present, but we'll be over the 20-day SMA at that point as well. That'd be a positive contributing factor. We can see stochastic swinging up here as well, looking to be a next momentous continuation of the upside. The reason why stochastic is helpful is because it kind of lets you know that, hey, we've been downtrending for X amount of days, and it's time for the price action to recover. It's very similar in a lot of ways to TD sequential, letting us know that, hey, we've hit 9 candles in a row in the same direction. We probably should experience a pullback. Okay? It's just kind of an overextension. In other words, if you ever try to hold a flotation device underwater, it's eventually going to surface, right? There's no other way around it unless you continue to hold it. This is the same situation. You can only hold a price down for so long until it wants to come back up. And that's kind of what we're seeing here. So does that imply the price is going to shoot to the moon tomorrow? No, it just tells us that that's a positive contributing factor. And with high money flow index and RSI being close to 50, we're in decent shape to see that possibly play out. Furthermore, too, we're starting to plateau with the MACD here, just letting us know the momentum to the downside is dissipating. So while we don't have a ton of bullish confirming factors here, we have more than we do with bearish, right? And that's generally a good sign. Leading into that, we can also see we're retesting this. We're making lower highs still, but we're retesting that resistance. So in a perfect world, we get a bullish backtest, the price comes back down and retest that level and continues higher. The reason why that's a thing is because it's a trend reversal. I'll explain more here in a minute about that as to how you can take a descending trend and to how to identify an ascending trend. I cover this in my Trading University. Make sure you watch that if you're curious. I believe I cover that in my my swing trading section. But the way to identify a trend is pretty straightforward. Let's discuss this really quick before we move on. We are below a lot of moving averages. We just barely got back up over the 20 on the 4-hour. So while that's a positive sign, again, you can see the 20-day SMA running concurrent with the trend line. That's a good thing. It's still not a great thing. Okay? So again, in general, when you see something like this occur, it's a positive, but it's not necessarily like we just go crazy long from here on out. We are still under 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is high. So this is the only reason why I think that it might be viable for the price action to stick around, because we're seeing more money flowing into this coin. And now again, Bitcoin dominance is still high, right? Altcoins are starting to come back, but Bitcoin dominance is not like subsiding completely. Therefore, this could be a false positive. We see the volume is tapering off, but the price is going up. Generally not construed as a strong sign. So if we combine all that together with the MACD here converging, we can see that we have some false positives and there's potential for this to be a fake out. Not saying it's going to just drop instantly from here, but I can tell you that if the money flow index continues to remain the same, we should be in decent shape. But again, still not great. Okay? So a lot of little things we got to kind of work with here, but nothing that's truly bullish, just mostly not bearish. So, instead of giving you a positive, I'll give you a double negative, right? That's pretty much what this is here. And that's how trading is for the most part. But here's some consolation. And again, this isn't necessarily a positive, but generally speaking, when you're above the cloud, that's construed as a positive sign. We're not there yet. We want to wait for 4 hours at least to close above the cloud. What that'll do for us, that'll get us above this descending trend line. It'll establish higher highs and higher lows consistently, and it would potentially break this bear flag type of pattern. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this here, but we are flagging out here a little bit, and a lot of times when you see that, price action has a tendency of continuing lower. So this is mostly a bearish sign here. We haven't officially broken above the cloud. While the lagging span is free and clear and the conversion line is moderately above the baseline, these are not things that we want to factor in to just have confidence with. We want to have a lot more confirming factors in the 4 hour and the daily, which we don't have. And at this point, without confirming above the cloud for at least a few more hours, we're not going to be breaking this trend. So again, simply put, if the price goes sideways like this is probably a better consideration for a long. It'll be near the end of today's trading day, later in the evening, depending on where you're at, of course. Looking for a closure at 24 cents or higher. That's exactly right where the price action's at right now, don't get me wrong. It's just a little premature because we're barely broken above the cloud. You want to confirm above the cloud first. And what that's relevant, why that's important, is because then that would put us over 50 on the RSI on the 4 hour. That would give us a lot of confirming factors, or more so confirming factors, to get some confidence in taking along. This indicator is a very, very good indicator, very powerful to me, and I think that it's one of those things that you just gotta continue to work with and make sure that you got to be patient here, folks. And again, we're getting close, but this is a weekend. A lot of false positives happen on the weekend, so just be mindful of that. While it's a moderately green weekend, that could all change in a moment. So heartbeats, a lot of quick changes there. Nothing worse than taking a trade and it goes instantly south. So it happens, folks. It's happened to me more than I like to admit lately. It's okay. Just I try to normalize it because it's very, very standard to have some rough days. Sometimes you have to take a break. And if you want more consistency, cryptocash.tech is a website linked down below. These are the results from last month. While this month isn't quite as peppy as this last month was, I think we're going to get there still because we're in good shape with all of our trades we took here recently. We've since recovered. Again, market will do that. It gives and it takes. It's up to you to manage that correctly. So work within your risk tolerance. Make sure you're making good, sound decisions, and I hope that you learned something today. If you comment below, greatly appreciate it. Like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And make sure you check out Bitunix too. Phenomenal exchange, link down below. Go ahead and register with them. Give some nice rewards here as well. And just generally a phenomenal exchange. We use them as a community and we really like them. Thank you, Bitunix, and thank you too so much for your support. We'll see you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.